today announced AT&T will merge its media assets with Discovery. Joining me right now is Wisconsin Congressman and House Transportation and Infrastructure and Armed Services Committee member Mike Gallagher. Congressman, thanks very much for joining us. We want to talk a bit about this deal. While you are looking at infrastructure, obviously broadband is part of the infrastructure landscape there. The Wall Street community is looking at whether or not this would pass antitrust muster. Can the DOJ develop credible evidence that the Warner Discovery equals higher over-the-top prices and TV pay prices? Your thoughts on this deal? Do you believe this could pass muster? What do you see as
I think it's too early
the takeaway here?
Well, I think it's too early to tell. I heard about the deal while waiting to do this segment, so I will have to do more scrutiny as a member of the T&I committee, but the Judiciary Committee will primarily be taking a look. I will say, however, in the broader environment, I think there is a lot of energy, enhanced energy around antitrust activity in Congress, traditionally when it comes to social media companies and a lot of the complaints about big tech. That conversation often makes for strange bedfellows on the far right and the far left. So we'll see what happens as it pertains to rural broadband. I think there also is a lot of desire in both parties to make a smart investment in broadband. The challenge becomes in very rural districts like mine, obviously it doesn't make economic sense to lay fiber to every household in highly rural areas. So there's a lot of states grappling with what is the appropriate mix of federal investment, state investment, and innovative approaches, non-fiber solutions like SpaceX Starlink solution.
Yeah, I mean, this deal could be the Department of Justice's first big merger test under President Biden. It obviously carries incremental risk from DOJ possibly looking into show that there's a new sheriff in town. What's your sense of the DOJ? Would they be looking at this favorably, or do you think that they would try to scrutinize it?
I think they'd try and scrutinize it. My sense of the Biden DOJ is that it's certainly the energy is in the highly regulatory, more government intervention side of the scale. And certainly we see this in the Biden tax plan, obviously, which is, would be a massive increase of corporate taxes, massive increase of capital gains taxes in order to finance a massive increase of the federal government's powers, particularly on the regulatory side of the scale. So my hunch would be that they will be scrutinizing this deal very closely.
AT&T to spin off and combine WarnerMedia with Discovery, and deal that would create streaming giant. The streaming TV race is about to get even more competitive. On Monday morning, AT&T and Discovery Incorporated (DISCA) announced a deal under which AT&T's WarnerMedia will be spun off and combined with Discovery in a new standalone media company. The deal, subject to regulatory approval, will combine two treasure troves of content, including the HBO Max and Discovery Plus streaming services. CNN will be included in the transaction.